When you walk outside your office, or even when you go to the city, you look to your left, you look to your right, and you see McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, just to name a few. You see all the fast food chains and the restaurants. Obesity has become a growing epidemic, not only in our country, but around the world. Every responsible person understands what it is in products such as hamburgers and fries, as well as the consequence to one's waistline and potentially to one's health of excessively eating those foods over a prolonged period of time, states McDonald's lawyers. But trends over the last few decades indicate otherwise. Here's a cute comic that I found on the internet. Obesity is a growing epidemic. And of course it says an all-you-can-eat buffet. And it plays on the words, please wait to be seated. A new trend. In the US, 58 million people are overweight, 40 million people are obese, and 3 million people are morbidly obese. And since 1990, there has been a 76% increase in type 2 diabetes in people ages 30 to 40 years old. Fast food kills. Obesity has been greatly linked to type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, breast and colon cancer, and high blood pressure, just to name a few. I brought an example. My dad sent me a shirt from the reservation that he works on, and this is the largest size. It isn't extra large. It's not anything like that. It's called the size beefy. And people there do not fit in these shirts. They come up to their bellies and they hang. And they have drug and alcohol problems, but it's because on the reservation years ago, the government decided to take away a lot of their resources. So they started going to places like McDonald's. And now they have type 2 diabetes and they have other problems, just to name a few. But that's what most of the people on the reservation look like. There's an alarming rate of obesity. As you can see, from 1960 to 1999, it's not even the most present chart, but obesity has risen a great deal. But the problem, however, is not necessarily in the foods that we eat, but rather the proportions that we consume and the choices we make. And we need to learn to consume in moderation. With this system of thinking, obesity rates could lower dramatically, and we could reduce the risk of obesity and the diseases as well. Like I had said before, around every corner, there's a fast food restaurant. Domino's, Dairy Queen. I know we don't see Carl Jr.'s or Sonic or things like that, or Jack in the Box around here, but they're everywhere. As you can see, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, Wendy's, KFC, Jack in the Box, Hardee's, Carl Jr.'s, and In-N-Out. Those are just a few of the fast food chains, and all these little red dots indicate how many there are. And as you can see closer by us, there's even more than there is out on the West Coast. But we're not even on the East Coast, we're not even the fattest state, quote unquote, Texas. Houston, Texas is actually the fattest place. Ever-growing proportions. In the mid-1950s, McDonald's offered only one size of French fries, and that was a small. And now the small, that size is now considered small, and is 1/3 the weight of the largest size available in 2001. And today's large weighs the same as the 1998 supersize, and the 2001 supersize weighs nearly an ounce more. I actually have a clip of that to show you guys, of the nutritionist that worked with the guy that did the experiment on himself. Oh no.
Switch to laptop. One size. For example, one size French fries when McDonald's first opened, called fries. That size fries is now called small, medium, large, and supersize. That original size is still here. It's got about 200 calories, but the supersize is going to pack in over 600 calories. When Burger King first opened, they had a 12-ounce small and a 16-ounce large. This 12-ounce is now kitty. The 16-ounce is now the small, the medium, the 32, and the 42. And this is across the board with all fast food places. Cars have introduced larger cup holders to accommodate those huge 7-Eleven double gulps, which are 64 ounces, a half gallon, and hold anywhere to 800 calories, depending on how much ice you put in.
A half gallon of soda.
A half gallon of soda for one person, 48 teaspoons of sugar.
Okay. Now, as you can see, like that woman was talking about, portion sizes, guaranteed things have been growing, but Americans just don't, well, people around the world don't seem to know how to control themselves and to go back to what it originally was, go back to the small size fries, the one size. The truth about portion sizes, on the left you can see what the restaurants actually serve us and what one serving technically is. You can see that the hamburger is supposed to be cut in half. The fries are about 1/3. People just don't understand because that's become the norm. The good versus the bad foods. It's put into our minds now that when people become overweight, you have to diet. You see commercials for Weight Watchers, you see commercials for all different stuff, but we still have this growing epidemic of obesity. We become to think of this diet thinking. We need to start avoid this diet thinking and realize that there are no good foods and no bad foods. Everything can be a part of healthy eating as long as we eat in moderation. And finally, to get rid of this obesity epidemic, we have to realize what can make us happier and healthier. We need to learn to eat, and learning to eat and maintain a healthy lifestyle will help in all aspects of life. We can eat what we love as long as we do it in moderation. If we do this, we can get rid of not only the problem of obesity, but all the diseases that relate to it. And last but not least, just to learn how to go about this, we need to learn to assess bad eating habits, eat what we love, but do it in moderation, and finally, visualize a happier, healthier you. With a happier, healthier you, you can look like this lovely family, and you all can be happier and healthier and live longer.